Trump máa gbàjọba ní January, there will be a change of guard in America. So there will be a change of guard in America. So quite a lot of things is happening at a very fast pace. So tó bá sọ pé nǹkan kan ní ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà. But world events, a lot of things are happening. Kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀. There is hundreds of multiple things tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbàáyé. Ó kù síbi tí wọ́n bá ń wò. Tó bá ń wo left, máa wo right náà. Bọ̀ pé in tó ń lọ ní Syria, ó mú different version of things wá. So depending on ọ̀nà tẹ́yìn fi ń wò, mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀ kú dájú. I had a very good weekend, and I hope you know a good weekend. So at least ojú ti ríra again. Tàbá sì ti ń ríra, ojú ń ríra náà na dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. World event, òun ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí báyìí. World event in tó ń lọ lágbàáyé, mostly Syria. Syria. It's quite a lot of things happening there. So like I said, mo fọwọ́ kan prepare fún guest wa tó ń bọ̀ lórí Star Radio. Ngozi Orabueze ó ń bọ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ibi tí Biafra bá ṣẹ́ dé. Ìwọ tó ní ká lọ ṣe bí àwọn ọmọ Yíbò, ká lọ ṣe bí àwọn ọmọ Yíbò. Jẹ́ ti prepare fún Ngozi Orabueze ó ń bọ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, Chief of Staff, ní 11 o'clock. A jẹ́ 12 o'clock, but ní wá lórí Koikimedia, so kò ní stream lórí Koikimedia. So I'm gonna switch things around. So tẹ́ bá máa wò either Facebook or backup channel. So mo dúpẹ́ fún pé I reach out sí wọn. Wọ́n dey accept invite wa fún Star Radio. Kò easy. Láti jọ́ Thursday ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá láti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀. Torí àti bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì sọ̀rọ̀ ń ṣe tó easy. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì làwọn náà nísìn. Ó rò pé torí pé a ní access pé a kò lè bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, ó kàn máa wá sí ìmúṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni ká lọ gba Yorùbá nation, ká lọ declare. Àwọn ìlú tí ẹ fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣọ́ pé gbogbo wọn ló máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Mo kẹ́yìn sisters mi dáadáa. Bukky Gold, mo kí yín mà. Mo dẹ̀ kẹ́yìn brothers mi. Tó bá fẹ́ mọ̀ tó ń lọ lágbàáyé, gbọ́dọ̀ wà lórí Koikimedia. World event, nǹkan kan lágbàáyé. Ó rò pé ní Nàìjíríà nìkan tí ń kán, nǹkan kan lágbàáyé káàkiri. Ó ń kán burúkú gan sẹ́, tó ń ṣe kékeré. So àwọn Syria nísìn, bó bá ṣe rí sí ni, ọ̀nà àwọn ti gbára wọn sílẹ̀. Àwa kan wà worried because bọ̀bọ̀ tí ó lead the Syria yẹn ní asat years back, Americans sọ pé àwọn wá ọ̀gá àwọn ISIS ni. Mo ń ka David Odonye náà láàárọ̀ yìí. Ó ní kí Yorùbá àwọn Áfíríkà ká lọ máa múra sílẹ̀ for more terrorists tó ń bọ̀ ní Israel. So tó bá ní kò kún ẹ náà nìyẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé ó kún ẹ náà nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń bọ̀, everybody ló máa jẹ breakfast. Gbogbo náà làkúkú ní family nílé. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá sọ pé kò kàn yín náà nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ sọ pé ó kàn yín náà nìyẹn. So tí wà ní full program, mo kàn prep sílẹ̀ while I'm prepping, because camera bíbá ni mo fẹ́ fi stream. So mo prepare the Chief of Staff of the United States of Biafra, ìyá wa Ngozi Orabueze, DNP, FNP, PMHNP. òun ni chief of staff United States of Biafra ń bọ̀ wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìwọ máa sọ pé online country ni mo ti gbọ́ mo ní láti bẹ́ẹ̀ argue online country náà ni 14 years ni wọ́n fi bá ìjọba Syria 14 years ni wọ́n fi bá wọn jà àwọn tí wọ́n fi gba ìjọba padà ní o 14 àwọn ìtí ṣe 14 years èdè àkọ́ fi voice sílẹ̀ bàbá Koiki ẹ lọ gba machinery ẹ jẹ́ ká pe àwọn machinery mo mélòó lẹ ní lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ fi lọ gba machinery ẹlòmí ò tẹ̀ mọ̀ bí nǹkan ṣe operate awareness ní kẹ́ lọ máa create fọdún méjì so that by 2027 àwọn èèyàn wá ti gbọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation dáadáa pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe we have 2 years ká lọ máa múra sílẹ̀ ká prepare dáadáa so that ká lè mọ̀ tá máa ṣe after then so that bí a máa béèrè fún referendum ni bóyá a máa jára wa gbà ní èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ kò ní lọ ní violent ṣòro ẹ ti sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ violent so èmi náà dẹ̀ sọ pé kò sí no more violent a ṣe violent mọ́ a kò máa gba Yorùbá nation ni Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kò ní mú tàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ gan wa ẹ̀tì rẹ̀ tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ pa máa jà àjà mọ́ báyìí kálukú lọ múra sílẹ̀ so orí WD76 media lẹ́tí máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ìyá wa Ngozi Orabueze máa bá wa sọ láàárọ̀ yìí kò ní wá lórí Koikimedia tàbá wá ṣe tán a upload ẹ̀ lórí Koikimedia wọ́n ti gbogbo báńkì Syria pátá kò sí kankan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí wọ́n ti lútẹ̀gbẹ́ ìbá ń pariwo pé olúkálukú lọ máa prepare olówó ń bẹ Syria bank ó ti collapse central bank ni the whole central bank of Syria ó ti collapse so wáyé olúkálukú àmọ́ ọmọ bó ṣe ń lọ nǹkan kan lágbàáyé Ukraine àti Russia Assad ó ti seek asylum sí Moscow ó ti dé Russia lánàá mo ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tá bá tẹ̀ sọ pé àníjà tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní àwọn ò fẹ́ ká jà ẹ lọ sọ fáwọn èèyàn pa fẹ́ lọ ìyẹn ní kẹ́ lọ máa polongo nísìn ìyẹn kan máa polongo ọjọ́ la fi declare ìyẹn kan bá polongo ọjọ́ la máa declare tí bá fi láti bíbà tí bá fi fọ́ etí yín ẹ lọ kọ́kọ́ máa lọ polongo fáwọn èèyàn pa fẹ́ lọ ìyẹn ní ká kọ́kọ́ máa lọ sọ nísìn ọ̀rọ̀ declaration kankan sí bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a bá sọ fáwọn èèyàn pa fẹ́ lọ àwa jọ bọ́ sí ìgboro àmọ́ntafẹ́ àwọn Syria nísìn ti gbára wọn sílẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ pé easy láti gbára wọn sílẹ̀ ni all push wọ́n ti lé Assad lọ kódà kò rántí mo sọ pé tí wàhálà bá dé Assad nísìn ó kàn máa ráyè kówó díẹ̀ ni nǹkan mélòó ló fẹ́ kó ẹ gbogbo mọ́tò sùn lọ ní car park ọgbàgbé ó àbádọ́ mọ́tò ṣẹ́rí tọ́nẹ̀lẹ̀ tàbá ti ṣe program tán bí a létà kò ń ṣe lé nìkan sí àlèmálè bọ̀ máa wò bí a tàbá parí ti Orabueze a switch lọ sí Syria gbogbo underground tunnel ló gbà sá lọ the power belongs to the people àwọn ènìyàn ló lágbára lọ́wọ́ bọ́wọ́ ti fi oògùn mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú wọ́n ti fi oògùn wọ́n ti fi de gbogbo yín mọ́lẹ̀ òun ni ẹ̀ ṣe gbọ́n nǹkan tá à ń sọ à ń sọ̀rọ̀ freedom ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé bí ń pa yín ibi tá a bá gba freedom la máa yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ ibi tó ń pa wá ibi sì máa pa ṣe gèsì gbogbo wa lára including èmi náà torí èmi náà ní family ń bẹ èyí tó bá béèrè 10,000 máa fún ní 5,000 èyí tó bá sick tó bá survive tó bá kú ká tó send owó sí torí àwọn èèyàn máa kú tó pọ̀ mo sọ pé 1 million Yorùbá people ló máa kú wọ́n ní kí n shut up ṣé gbogbo èèyàn tó rò pé ẹ rò pé ìbọn ló máa pààyàn ni ìbọn kọ́ ló máa pààyàn náà ìbọn lẹ́rìn kan lẹ́rìn rò kó fi pààyàn ẹnu gbogbo àjẹwà yìí ẹ̀yin rò pé ìbọn nìkan ló fi ń pààyàn no ìbọn nìkan kọ́ ló máa pààyàn because ẹni tó rò oúnjẹ jẹ tó kú a gbọ́dọ̀ count as part of the 1 million people tó máa kú ẹni tó lọ hospital tó róúnjẹ jẹ a máa count wọn as part of it. But ní tẹ́fẹ́ ni pé kí ni Koiki máa sọ jókòó sórí ètò Koiki. Mo ń gbọ́ Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀ ó náà need $100,000 láti lè fi fight from the media perspective. Òun dẹ̀ lè set up sí Nàìjíríà torí Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe country. Òun á prefer kóun set up sí Togo àbí Benin Republic. But wọ́n ní fún lówó. Ẹ fẹ́ ká máa ṣiṣẹ́ ká máa rówó ká máa fi ṣiṣẹ́. So báwo la ṣe fi ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn tó máa dán mọ́rán dáadáa? Nígbà tá a bá ní kẹ́ dáwó, àwọn tó níwọ̀ ọ̀dá wọ́n ní kò sí ìtókùn àwọn gbogbo àná làjọ máa jẹ breakfast. So tẹ́ bá sọ pé ẹni a lè fọ́ sí ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà. Ọ̀tẹ̀mí kàn mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run máa kó wa yọ. But Ọlọ́run ò wá stupid kò ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ wa. Ọlọ́run máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ wa ó ń bọ̀ wá kó wa yọ yẹn ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa. Ẹ̀sìn rẹ̀ tó máa ṣe iṣẹ́ kúrú. So yíyan kan máa ti sọ̀rọ̀ declaration kankan nísìn. Àwọn máa sọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ máa ti gbé ọ̀rọ̀ declaration wá síwájú mi. You know, ọ̀rọ̀ declaration kan la need nísìn. Bá ṣe máa lọ jí àwọn èèyàn kan jí. Òun wà kí gbogbo wa máa ṣe program 200 times a day. Kò lè mú Yorùbá nation jáde. Nítorí máa mú Yorùbá nation jáde ni pé ká padà sí ìsàlẹ̀ ká lọ máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé a fẹ́ kọ́ fún wa ní either a referendum or ká jagbà lọ́wọ́ ara wọn. Tó bá ní fún yín ní referendum ká jagbà. Kẹ́dẹ̀ máa fàdúrà àtìlẹ́yìn ká sọ. So ká máa fàdúrà àtìlẹ́yìn. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fún yín ní bó ṣe ń lọ ní Syria. Rẹ́rẹ́ ti rún Assad ti sá lọ ọ̀bí ẹ̀dá. Ó ti yá dànù. Kò mú pátá ẹ̀ kúrò nínú yàrá ẹ̀ nígbà táwọn ọmọ ogun ń bọ̀. Nígbà táwọn fìgìlì tó ń dé bọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ó ti sá lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ fún yín ní background Syria yẹn díẹ̀. In tó ń lọ lágbàáyé nísìnyíyan news tó ń lọ lágbàáyé nìyẹn Syria. Ó mọ̀ bí wọ́n ń pè Syria. Ó jẹ́ lọ Google ẹ̀. Assad downfall Sky News. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbọ́ báwọn ṣe analysis ẹ̀.
The fall of Assad's regime in Syria has been faster than anyone imagined.
Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ, the fall of Nigeria can be faster, but gbogbo wa pátá ní balls. Gbogbo wa àtẹ̀mí náà, gbogbo wa pátá kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ní ẹpọ̀n kankan. Ẹnu la ní bí àjàkàrà. Ẹnu la ní wà lórí group tatatatata tó papapapapapapa. Ẹlòmíà náà máa sọ kedilẹ̀. Ìgbowó nìkan àti bàbá Akíntóyè ní ká fún ní gbogbo support so that ká lè push ẹ̀ jáde. The downfall of Nigeria ó kù sọ́wọ́ gbogbo wa. Ẹ̀fẹ́ tí Ìgbòho síta, ẹ̀fẹ́ tí bàbá Akíntóyè síta, ẹ̀ lè fi fún wọn ní support. Lára support ẹ̀fẹ́ fún wọn ní media wà nú ẹ̀. Àfẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation, ẹ̀fẹ́ lo media. 11 o'clock, ìyáwa Ngozi Orabueze ń bọ̀ lórí Star Radio. Ó take wa ní up to lànà, ó yẹ kí flyer ti jáde láti jọ Thursday tàti announce ẹ̀. No, ṣé Friday ni mo sọ lórí Star Radio yẹ. But government, what is the government? Ó kò lè pagìrì lọ bá government pé ó fẹ́ gbé chief of staff wa. Ṣé mo lè pagìrì nísìn kí Gbajabiamila wá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀? Ìtàn pè ní government ni. Government is very important. So but mo dúpẹ́ pé wọ́n accept invite wa pé àwọn bàbá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyẹn Ngozi Orabueze. Kí àwọn kan má dẹ̀ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bá Biafra ṣe. Ara ń kan mí gan, mo fi gbọ́ gbogbo àwọn nonsense talk yẹn o. Kí àwọn kan má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bá Biafra ṣe ẹ fi Biafra sílẹ̀. Àtàgbàlagbà tọmọdé ìpè ni máa fún gbogbo yín pátá. Kẹ́ni kankan máa bá in tó bá máa jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà fọ́ ni ká tètè máa support. Kí àwọn kan máa sọ fún mi pé Biafra tẹ̀ ń tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn. Àtìmọ́ra rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ìpè ni máa fún ẹ. O ti fún mi lówó tẹ́lẹ̀ rí máa fún ilé pè ní. Kólúkálukú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bá Biafra ṣe ẹ lọ sọ platform. Because aláwọn ọmọ mídíà wa tó ń tako Biafra ẹ lọ bá wọn níbẹ̀. But lórí platform kí ẹ̀kan máa sọ fún mi pé ẹ má bá Biafra kankan ṣe. àwọn tó yẹ tó ti mọ̀ bí ẹ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation èèyàn méjì fẹ́ lọ nínú àwa mẹ́ta ẹni ká má bá wọn ṣe wọ́n tako Awólọ́wọ̀ rí gbogbo yẹn èmi ò sí nígbà yẹn wọ́n ti bí bàbá mi nígbà yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ ti bí mi nígbà yẹn sorry so gbogbo ìjà tó jà yẹn kò sí tó kàn mí tí yẹn kan máa bá mi sọ yẹn lórí platform mi o tí bá rí comment kankan náà pé yẹn kan tó máa block it straight away ni ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá tako Biafra lórí platform máa block it straight away ni ẹ lọ máa wo Ọmọlúkà máa ń wà against wọn ta ló tún wà ń bẹ ẹ lọ wo Yèyé Dára ẹ lọ wo Yorùbáwuyì ẹ lọ wo Lady K ẹ lọ wo àwọn tó kù àwa tá a bá kù ní bíbá náà lájọ máa wòra wa but èmi àti Biafra àjọ máa lẹ̀pa bí ṣúgà ni ẹ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation báà lẹ́yìn fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ẹ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ń tako Biafra ẹ ní wọ́n fi gba lẹ́yìn ẹ tí gbalẹ̀ kúrò lọ́wọ́ Tinubu tó ti tà fún àwọn Ṣàgórè stupid people all over the place ẹ ká padà sórí Sky News àrí.
The fall of Assad's regime in Syria has been faster than anyone imagined. Here's how it happened. Well, until just over a week ago, this was the division of control. The rebels, led by the Islamist group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, they're in green there. Assad's regime forces in red, the Kurdish-led troops and Turkish-aligned groups at the top in purple and yellow. Now, the rebels began their offensive from the northern province of Idlib, which for years had been the last anti-regime stronghold in Syria. At the end of last month, they moved east into Aleppo, Syria's second city. In just 3 days, they'd taken control here. They took over the historic city centre, the first major assault here since 2016. Now, heading south, the rebels on Thursday pushed into the city of Hama, capturing smaller towns along the way. They toppled statues, including this one of Assad's late father, and they also liberated political prisoners. And then on Saturday, rebels entered Homs, Syria's third largest city, having already taken nearby towns on their advance. This is a strategically critical city, a crossroads with important links to coastal ports along the west. Now, by Saturday at night, they advanced to Damascus, the capital and home of the Assad family. The regime retreated as the rebels closed in, storming the Iranian embassy here and taking over the presidential palace. Now, here people can be seen inside taking photos and selfies, walking through the corridors and rooms, once at the heart of the regime. This is interesting. Russia, a key ally of the Assad regime, has a major airbase in Syria and also a significant...
A lot of things are changing, Muki. Brother Jimmy Koya for the super chat. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí Trump sọ. Bí Trump ó ní kò sí tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ní Syria. Ó ní ó gbọ́dọ̀ follow náà ni. But there is two versions to the story. Mo ti gbọ́ different analysis. Different analysis. Fẹ́lọ́ wo tí Trump sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tí Trump sọ níbí báyìí. I don't want to, okay, no. Àwọn ní family immigration nílé náà níbí báyìí. Israel has entered 20 kilometers deep into Syrian territory. This looks more like money laundering conspiracy than a plan to rebuild Syria through aid. Trump Leleo, that's his Twitter handle, X, 8 hours ago. Israel military force crossed into Syria. Official Trump page, yeah. No. Trump call Lele. Update Lele. So quite a lot happening. Jubilation ní gbogbo London, àwọn Syrian. The Syrian are celebrating in London. Bó ṣe máa rí níjọ́ kan náà táwa náà bá ti finally gba independence wa. These are Syrian in London. All right, let's leave that. Quite a lot of developments. France was busy over the weekend with quite a lot of our leaders around the world. Yeah, okay, to Trump Congolese, because he has 95.8 million followers. Call up Telewa lórí Twitter. Wọ́n Telewa. Ẹ má worry, màá dì pẹ̀lẹ́ tó ń bi mí ní ìbéèrè òṣìyẹn lórí YouTube. Ẹ má bá sọ̀rọ̀, máa yọ kúrò nísìn. Mo ti rí nǹkan tó ń kọ síbẹ̀. Ọmọ àlè. One bastard lórí burúkú. Má dá lóhùn ọmọ Bọ́lájí ṣàfisílẹ̀. Èyí tó máa sọ ọmọ ló ti sọ yẹn ti yọ wèrè ẹ̀ dànù. Ó lè ṣe. Lórí burúkú bomb bastard. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí Trump sọ jàre. Ó sọ nǹkan kan ní àná kan ní ó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tó ń lọ ní. It's quite a lot happening. Àwọn agenda àwọn globalist yìí gan. Okay, Trump lélẹ̀ ní France ní December 8 ìyẹn níjọ́ ó wà ní ẹmọ̀kọ́ ti ṣí Notre Dame Cathedral tó jó ní 5 years ago. Wọ́n ti parí ẹ̀. So gbogbo world leader ló wà ń bẹ̀ ní ìjẹta kọ́ ni Trump náà wà ń bẹ̀ bàgbàlagbà. Oh boy, World War III has begun. The globalists have decided to launch a massive destabilization campaign before Trump takes office in 42 days.
And he's attacked. Now, that doesn't let the Japanese off the hook for what they did. The point is that.
Ṣẹ̀dá àwọn èèyàn mọ bàbá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Ó wà live báyìí nísìn. 1.3 million views ló ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Alex Jones lorúkọ ẹ̀. Top guy on X with about 3.4 million followers. Program tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìn tó ń stream 1.3 million views. The power of the media. Because the West, I'm finding all kind of the website yẹn tí ṣiṣẹ́ àfi homeland account nǹkan ló ń ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ ká gbọ́n tó ń sọ díẹ̀ mú bọ̀.
Probably have the chancellorship and the whole government soon. So their answer there is just outlaw the party because Germans don't want nuclear war and don't want communism and don't want leftist DEI and they're trying to reject it. So we've got all of that going on. I got to tell you, Scott Bennett was super accurate on all this. And I remember we got to find the clip months and months ago. He was on predicting they use Romania. I remember that as a trigger, just part of NATO. And now that's happened. And the head of RT said Scott Bennett could have been killed for telling the truth. Yeah, I saw him I saw him like 2 days after Trump got shot. And he was fine. And then he just came back from Ukraine and dropped dead. So, one of those 24-hour cancers. So we need to find those clips of him talking about that. I mean, you definitely find articles where he wrote about it. That'll be easier to do. But it's obviously a big deal. Okay, let's talk about why the globalists are so upset. If you wanted Trump to deliver, we told you from behind the scenes, we broke it 3 weeks ago, that Trump was having shadow detente, trying to tell Zelensky, I'm going to probably be able to cut the funding through the Speaker of the House to you on the next big tranche of money you want if you don't back off. And if you don't agree to a ceasefire and let's make a peace deal. And then Trump met with Zelensky yesterday in Paris at the Notre Dame reopening, and it came out in mainstream news, showed the headline earlier. No, not doing a peace deal. And NATO's not doing a peace deal. We don't care if we cut the money off. We're going to still continue. And now you see them canceling the election today or yesterday in Romania. Oh, sorry, you're pro-Russia.
So, Alex Jones, ó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn globalist. Iṣẹ́ tí globalist ń ṣe ni pé kó da gbogbo orí gbogbo wa rú, kó fún wa ní false information. Àwọn kan náà ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ báyìí, àwọn kan náà ló máa sọ̀rọ̀ wá báyìí. So tẹ́ bá ń follow Alex Jones, so he talks about how they want to put chaos in the world. World War III has begun. Ogun World War III àti wà nínú ẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹni tó bá sọ pé àìtí sí inú ogun. Ẹ̀kọ́ ìkì má máa pe tógun o, má máa pe tógun o, ṣé o mọ bógun ṣe ń lọ? Èmi ò rógun rí. Àfi tá à ń rí ní Ukraine, tá à ń rí ní gbogbo ibi tó ti ń lọ. The globalists have decided to launch a massive destabilization campaign kí Trump tó wọlé. Massive. So gbogbo tá à ń rí tó ń lọ ní Syria yẹn, iṣẹ́ àwọn globalist ni. Ẹlẹ́nu méje báyìí l'Amẹ́ríkà. Àwọn ló máa lọ báyìí. Àwọn ló tún máa lọ báyìí. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bí Trump ṣe ń bọ̀ yẹn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan fẹ́ change. Wọ́n mọ̀ yẹn dájú. So wọ́n fẹ́ destabilize. Kó tó wọlé, wọ́n fẹ́ destabilize ẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n wá ń ṣe ń sọ pé kò sógun, Ọlọ́run níjà rógun. Ọlọ́run ló ní kó má sógun. Àwọn tí wọ́n ń ta weapon lágbàáyé, they want to keep selling more weapons. Ibi tí Amẹ́ríkà ti ń jẹun nìyẹn, máa ta weapon. The more weapons they sell, the more the world will be destabilized. Látàná, I've listened to different angle lórí ọ̀rọ̀ escalation tó ń lọ yẹn. Àwọn professor, àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n, mo gbọ́ títí ẹ rí pé mo ṣe program throughout the weekend because èmi náà fi ń refresh so that a bá jáde àwa náà àmọ́ ta fẹ́ sọ fún yín. But tó bá ń follow tí wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn ni o tó dẹ̀ follow ẹnìkan o máa get lost láàrin méjì. Iṣẹ́ tí West máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. West máa ń twist nǹkan ni. Wọ́n máa ń twist ẹ̀. Assad ti wà ní Moscow, wọ́n ti fún ní refugee. So ibẹ̀ ló wà nísìn. Níbi táwa ṣe ń ja ìjà ìsìn nílé, àgbáyé ń destabilize wa with a lot of other areas. Ẹ̀sìn nìkan kọ́ ló fi ń destabilize ayé. There are a lot of things that they are using. Mo ń gbọ́ Tucker Carlson. This current White House is being run by Satan, not human being. Ó ní àwọn tí wọ́n ń run ní White House lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, satanic ni wọ́n. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ, Tucker Carlson, ó bá ti mẹ́ni tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ Google ẹ̀. Ní 11 o'clock, Chief of Staff, a máa switch gbogbo ilé off o, because a máa lọ lórí software, but ní wá lórí Koikimedia, so ẹni rí live lórí Koikimedia. So in case you want to watch it, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ wo lórí backup channel wa, but Facebook máa wà on. Tucker Carlson, 717,000 people ti wo video yẹn. Only this current White House tó wà nínú ẹ̀bá táwa táǹdá ìdí gbogbo wọn yẹn. Only is being run by Satan. Satan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́ díẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀.
Overwhelming, and I feel like one of my great advantages in life is I, grew up around a fair amount of craziness, and I'm not bothered by it. And I try never to be busy. I hate being busy. I think people who are busy it's a sign of kind of narcissism and disorganization if you complain about being busy. But I feel both busy and a little bit shocked about everything that's going on. So I would say I've reached my limit, and I have a very high limit.
Well, I want to say congratulations, first of all, that President Trump has selected you as press secretary. I was stunned by that news last week, and I woke up, I said, what the hell? And I immediately knew it was a joke. Not a joke, but I don't know who started the rumor or who made a fake post about it. What was your morning like that morning? Because I texted you. I knew it was a joke right away. I mean, I texted you. And just said, this is hilarious. But I'm sure people fell for it, right?
Well, I was actually working that morning when it came out, I guess, because by the time I got to my phone, it was just overwhelming. You know, that's the last job you would want. I'm 55. You know, after 33 years in the media, I don't want to sit in a room full of people. Requirement, I think, for leadership. It's, you know, it's easy to say or even to believe the right things.
But boy, Lolo interview Putin a few months back. Then Mr. Lab on exactly. America is too mouthed. They say they right for democracy, but they cannot protect it in their own nation. But they can rush to Iraq and other places. Cousin is something else. Cherry problem. See how I see. Thank you so much, Nelson Mark. Mukenyi, United States of Biafra. We're having their chief of staff at 1 hour from now. So at exactly almost, this program is just 1 hour. I will end all days and we will start preparing to switch to Star Radio, where we'll be hosting a very important interview. It took us a bit of time, but we were able to, because government, látijọ́ Jímọ̀ ni mo ti wà nínú pé ká get interview yẹn sorted out today, and I'm happy that you know, Miss Ngozi Orabueze, the Chief of Staff of the United States of Biafra, has finally, you know, agreed to have us interviewing, because it's not easy. They're very busy right now. What busy gone? They're extremely busy because it's a new government. They need a lot of work to be done, but we are happy that in the record, Star Radio and Koikimedia, Mawalara, àwọn tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ interview government yìí náà. In tó bá ń wọ̀ ní kó sọ pé kò kì í ṣe government. I'm not here to defend that for you. Ondo de America, America tí ọmọ American sọ pé, imagine a citizen of America sọ fún wa pé this ó dàbí kí n máa sọ nísìnyí pé Abuja tí Tinubu wà ń bẹ̀ ní sí ẹ̀wọ̀n kébé mi náà ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ máa ń wà against mi pé ó ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà ọmọ America ni ìyà ò jẹ́ ebi ò pa. Ó ní this current White House ta ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí tó fẹ́ tán yìí wọ́n fẹ́ dá wàhálà rẹpẹtẹ́lẹ̀ kí kíní tó dé ìyẹn Trump wọ́n fẹ́ dá wọ́n fẹ́ make sure pé they destabilize before Trump takes the power in 42 days. So what you're seeing playing out in Syria, what you're seeing playing out around the world using long-range weapon, Ukraine has been given the authority to use the long-range weapon straight into Russia. And Russia says, I'm going to use the nuke. So let's listen a little bit more to Tucker Carlson. I don't know the copyright to the videos. This one was even 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Loshele. I'm still looking for one video from Trump before we end the program.
But it's harder to carry them out under fire. And so I do think he's appointed people who've been through it. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard has been through it. Bobby has been through it. Matt Gaetz, whatever you think, has been through it. I mean, Matt Gaetz got accused of child sex trafficking by the Department of Justice, which then never charged him for child sex trafficking. I mean, which, if you think about it, like, people need to go to doing that. I mean, how would you like if I'm like, the DOJ announced today that Clayton Morris is, responsible for genocide in Central Africa.
Not the video,
okay.
Trump, but I can't boil it yet.
And then you get fired from your job, and all your neighbors hate you, and your wife divorces you, or whatever. Like, your world falls apart.
Right.
And then DOJ is like, well, actually, we're not charging him for genocide in Central Africa. It's like, the people who did that to you should be punished for it. And they did that to Matt Gaetz. If he's a child sex trafficker, prove it in court, bitch. And if he's not, you're committing a crime by saying he is. So it's super simple. So I do think, and I believe this, that Trump picks Gaetz and people like Gaetz because he knows who they are and they know who they are because they've been forced to learn.
Right. I think you're right about that. And I think it's so infuriating to hear to have any of this sort of hidden from us. So even when Speaker Johnson said, we have an investigation, we have a report on that case, we're not going to release it to the public. No, I think that time is over. Release all of it. Release everything now. Put it out here for all of us to see it. Be transparent. You don't get to sort of pick and choose this anymore, and so you're playing their games. I mean, transparency. Put it out in the sun. Marjorie Taylor Greene yesterday said.
I'm going to fast forward because of our time.
Who came up with that system? Anyway, these are our employees, but they can lie to us. If I catch my housekeeper lying, if I catch her in my safe and she won't say what she's doing now, she's out. But in the federal system, it's like you can catch the feds in your safe. They have no obligation to tell you why they're there. And there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, if you complain, they'll put you in jail. So clearly, we've got a screwed up system. But yeah, there's a lot that's unsaid. And there are also, of course, taboos. And we grew up in a society that was governed much more than we realized by taboos, things you just don't say.
Taboos. The same thing they tell us as well. Oh, no, you can't say that. Koiki, no, you can't say that now. No. No. We thought you are a very learned man. You shouldn't be talking like that. The taboos. Don't put stuff on the Quran. Don't put stuff on the Quran. Taboos. Oh, don't do your own isheshe. Mo pastor kan lana. All these pastors. Níbi dé mi náà ni mo wò lánàá. Ìbàdàn ni bàbá yẹn wà. Sọ fún wa pé àwọn tó gbé kan sínú ilé, tó ń tàn kan lá, àwọn tó ń ṣe kinní kan. Kí ló kàn yín pẹ̀lú yẹn? Kí la mọ̀ tẹ́yìn náà ń ṣe? That is our tradition. I only pity Yoruba people, that now still ẹ̀yin fẹ́ twist nǹkan mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ìṣebí yẹn ni gbogbo ìjà tó ń lọ lórí social media pẹ̀lú àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe àtàwọn Muslim àtàwọn Christian tó ń jà burúkú lórí TikTok oríṣiríṣi. Èmi ò sí lórí TikTok, but they keep sharing some of the snip view, and sometimes I see them on Twitter. Because we have been bastardized for too long. Wọ́n fi gbogbo àwọn Nollywood olórí burúkú yẹn, àwọn olóṣèlú gbà actors yẹn, wọ́n fi movie, wọ́n fi destroy. Oh, Jesus is powerful than ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Ẹ mọ̀ pé tá bá ti ń ṣàdúrà lọ, wọ́n ní Jesus conquer issue. And all that, we add that at the back of our head. Àwa ti pé 40 years odo, yẹn kàn lè fún wa ní fàbú kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́ níbi tí ilẹ̀ dé nísìn. Ẹni tó bá wọn kólúkálukú, má lọ tọ́jú ara ẹ̀, ikú pa ẹ́ dànù. Nínú Nàìjíríà tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn, where crimes are committed on a seconds basis. Má lọ dira dáadáa. Because of my time, I only have about 15 minutes left. She might change, so I don't want to get locked up here because Star Radio start at 10:30. We're going straight into it for 11 o'clock where Ngozi Rebels will be coming. I'll be streaming on all my platform. You can also watch it on the Star Radio UK, but we're not coming back on the Koikimedia. So if you're going to watch it, you got to watch it from other platform. So let's listen to Donald Trump. And this is what he wrote yesterday on his Twitter handle, which is X, about 2.8 million reactions so far. The write-up says, I will not let America get involved in foreign regime changes. I hope it will do the same thing in Nigeria. That is my prayer. I hope Trump will do exactly what he's saying with the situation in Nigeria when things turn around. But don't come and tell us, oh, Koiki declared this thing. Oh, no, we're not fully prepared for that, okay? I'm not going to listen to all that. We need to go and start getting ready, not say we should go out and do that now. We can still do pickpocket, rally and that, but when we talk about full out or out, Agbodo mo pé a ti ṣetán ready kàn ṣe ìta máa sọ pé a ti ṣetán tẹ̀ ń pé má kàn rẹ́rìn tí bá ń gbọ́ àwọn kan tó bá ń pè àwọn ṣíò kan tẹ̀ máa ń pè wọ́n does the same thing tẹ̀ máa ń pè fóònù àti ready ìwọlẹ̀ ready kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ti ready lọ́la ń pa àbá ready àmọ́ pa ti ready àti ready ebi ń pa yín nísìnyí kan lè ń sọ pé ti ready fún ẹ̀ ti rẹ́ni tó máa burn energy ìyẹn ò ní sọ àwa máa jáde máa ṣe awareness ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan pè mí ọṣẹ dé láti Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní Koiki má dá anybody lóhùn kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ti ready Nàìjíríà don't listen to anybody wọ́n náà ọṣẹ dé láti Nàìjíríà ni kò tí sẹ́ni kankan tó rẹ́dì tó bá ní kó lọ dìbò nísìnyí wọ́n á tún jáde lọ dìbò ẹ máa parọ́ fáwọn àpẹ tí rẹ́dì ẹ yẹ ká gbọ́n tí Trump sọ jàre ká tó máa lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀.
To dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington.
Let me first read it out because ẹlòmíì máa ń fẹ́ when we read it out. I will not let America get involved in foreign regime changes like the Bashar Assad conflict in Syria. What I will do is dismantle the deep state warmongers and keep us out of never-ending wars and restore peace in the Middle East, make Syria great again. So this is where our Yoruba ní láti tètè think of how we can put the pressure so that kí Trump lè máa rí signal lọ́dọ̀ tiwa kò ń ṣe signal dúpọ̀ ní tìrì pé ẹ lọ gba rédíò United Nations fi satellite. I'm not talking about that. The nonsense talk gbogbo yẹn. In tàn sọ ni pé we do what we need to do and we can only do it if there is simultaneous event to occur between the east and the southwest. But ẹ bá ṣì ń wá tẹ̀sí sọ pé ẹ má support Biafra o ẹ tí ready. Anybody tó bá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ká má support Biafra, you are not ready. It doesn't matter who you are to me, and that's why I remain independent. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé our two leaders will not say that because mo in, out, they are not going to say we should not have relations. Yes, they have the right to. Babakita have said it. If it's about faith, we can work with them, we work with them. But when you're speaking, I'm asking me, Biafra, Biafra, many countries in Nigeria are taking our land. And everybody can see it. But I have 10 minutes and I don't want to spend more than 1 hour because this is not a full program. I can prepare for the main program ahead in the next 1 hour, which is Ngozi Orabu Eze, the only chief of staff of the Biafra. And the topic we have put in front of her, what next after restoration of Biafra? Kilo kù lẹ́yìn. Yorùbá máa ní ó kù níbọn ró. Koiki yìí náà lọ declare gbẹ̀yìn wá síwájú mi nísìn. I post nǹkan lórí Twitter. Ààrẹ ní bá wa lọ retweet. So báwo ni Trump ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ pé à ń ṣe nǹkan? Ṣé Facebook náà láti máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ àti YouTube. So ẹ ká gbọ́n tí Trump fẹ́ sọ bàbá láàyè bàbá àgbàlagbà.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. And corruption it is. First, I will...
Did you hear that? Washington corruption. Washington corruption. There is corruption in Washington. And he needs to Trump needs to dismantle that for the world itself. So it's an opportunity for everybody to push out this time around. Let the Biafra push out, let us push out as well. But when no, I can't push out and all that. And this is why they're scared of Trump. People are scared of him because they don't even know what he wants to do. American come first. Oh, that we can't be paying $100 million, I think, no, 100 billion or whatever to Canada. We can't be putting $300 million to Mexico. All that is going to stop when he becomes the full president in the next 41 days, I guess now. They're pumping millions of dollars around the world and nothing is coming back and their people are suffering. So he wants to... Do you know what it means that to dismantle something? Let's dismantle Nigeria now. Koiki, you can't be talking like that too. What do you mean dismantle Nigeria? Who are you to dismantle Nigeria? But Nigeria will dismantle each one of you. Will say it to Nigeria or dismantle it. So Trump is saying that it is time to dismantle that cabal in Washington, D.C. I got to break it down. I want to let's break it.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy.
Only àníyàn òun ni pé kóun dismantle plan wọn kí democracy lè padà dáadáa. We love Obama. Obama bayé jẹ́ rẹpẹtẹ. Destroy everything. With Libya, Yoruba people wá fi Nigeria sílẹ̀ wá lọ sí Libya. Libya no government. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣoríire ní Libya. Orí ibi tó dẹ̀ sọ wá sí tó bí gbogbo wá sí àṣoríire níbẹ̀. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ fún wa ní kò fún wa ní second thought pé something is not right. How can you leave your homeland and then go to Libya? I have just 6 minutes left. Ẹni tó lọ sí Libya lè kọ́ bungalow at least sí Nàìjíríà. But ẹni tó wà Nàìjíríà ò lè kọ́ bungalow. Ìyẹn ò jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé problem wà. Ṣódìgbà tó bá sọ pé kò ń ṣe spiritual, physical ni. People go to Libya and they are able to build a bungalow in Nigeria, and the person within Nigeria no fit build a room. Not even a self-contained. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe wá ń sọ pé n táwa ń ṣe yẹn kò make sense. Ẹni gbogbo àjọ wà.
From Washington, corruption.
From Washington, corruption. Corruption is all over the place. Ó wà nínú Washington.
Once and for all.
Once and for all. If you don't destroy corruption, corruption will kill every single one of you. Anybody. Corruption is the wicked thing that can be done in human life. And we can see how corruption has taken many people out of when they should be alive. Shut up. Bastard, olórí burúkú, Mali. My children have gone to school now. I don't have to worry that they are not eating. I don't have to worry that they are not getting, warmth in their classroom. I don't have to worry pé òjò ń rọ̀ àbí snow ń rọ̀ ó wọnú ilé wá bá wọn. I don't have to worry about that. You have to worry about your own children. That fucking country, don't pay Nigeria. I don't have to worry about my children until I go and pick them up again in the next few hours. Ìwọ ni ìwọ àti àwọn family ẹni ya máa jẹ́ Nigeria. I don't have to worry. There's a lot of food in the house for me to eat. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about my mom. I was with my mom yesterday for a few hours. Gbogbo owó ṣẹ́ tó ṣe pátá wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sanwó fún. Láàárọ̀ she get paid every Monday. If I don't give my mom money, I don't have to give her any money because she's more than enough okay. But you have to worry about your parent that doesn't have the means. Bastard people over here is shorty. And you tell me to shut up and come back home to come and do what in that fucking country? Nigeria. When the world is so a big place for me to travel around the world, Nigeria. So you got to start thinking that it's not about us. You will suffer the consequence if you do not allow this country, to go down. Most of you will suffer the consequence. You will suffer the consequence, not me. Because I don't have to worry about my family that are living here. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa suffer. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé lẹ máa suffer tó pọ̀ jù. So if Trump is talking about dismantling a system that has failed Americans, why can't we do the same thing to solve our own problem? Bastard all over the place, telling me to shut up, come back home. Kí mo fẹ́ wá mú Nigeria. Nigeria ló wá sweet bẹ́yẹn. I was watching Inspired, mo sọ lórí ètò Àṣàkẹ́ TV. Inspired, go and Google it. Inspired is like a team amusement park in South Korea, was built with $4.5 billion. 64 stadium size. Kò ní dá fún oníṣoríire. Bastard people all over the place telling me to shut up. 64 stadium size, Inspired. It will cost me £1,000 ticket alone to travel down to South Korea. Pé mo fẹ́ lọ wo Inspire. £1,000 ní ticket tó máa gbé mi débẹ̀, and it's about almost 14 hours traveling. And we are 6 hours down when we can bring people down to Yoruba land and they're called Shorire, Olosholori, Bruku, Boyin, Tefe, Shorire, Ten, Sobeka, shut up. Bastard all over the place. Yama, Jebu, If Trump is talking like this to dismantle something, we should be talking the same way like that. Dismantle the whole shit whole country that has put everybody in bondage. One can shut up. What is it there that you want to keep and save? What is it that you want to save? Dismantle the whole structure so that we can reverse back and everybody start from fresh. And we can hold even myself accountable if nothing is done in the near future. If I commit the crime, let them send me to prison after the system has done its own justice on me. Not that the system is doing something and then many innocent people are moving around in the prison cell while criminals are driving SUV across Nigeria. Trump saw it. It's about life and death. If he's going to dismantle something, somebody must pay the price. You don't want to pay the price. If you pay price, nobody wants to pay the price. Oh, if you pay price. So you want Igboho to pay the price when you don't want to pay the price. We will all have to pay the price for our freedom, not Igboho alone. And I've told him, sit there in Germany, in Germany, until we are ready. We will move together. And
corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats.
Remove the rogue bureaucrat. What make sure pé ó fi kíní sí kílọ̀npé ó fi Nigeria sínú the country tó ń pa Christian. Joe Biden dé ó dẹ̀ yọ kúrò. Why do you think that Joe Biden did that for? Kí ló ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún? Tí kò bá ń ṣe pé something ọwọ́ ti kan ọwọ́. Ọwọ́ kan ọwọ́ ni because Christians are being massacred in Nigeria. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that the Christians are being massacred. But yet, the Christians, churches have gone quiet. Our church will sorrow. Our church will dákẹ́. Wọ́n pín ẹ̀kọ́ àti àmàlà fún yín. Wọ́n pín bọ́pọ́ọ̀fù fún yín. Àmàrí wọn gbogbo church gbogbo pátápátá. Can keep mentioning their names kò sí nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ fi mí ṣe. Àrí mọ́ṣáláṣí náà wọ́n pín kúlíkúlí fún gbogbo yín. So gbogbo wa dé, Bambiala. We are all Bambialas all over the place. Àwa Yorùbá wa di Bambiala lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Ẹ wá ní ká má dismantle. Kí lẹ fẹ́ keep? Koiki má jẹ́ ká destroy nǹkan o. Okay, you will suffer the consequence if you don't dismantle it. Àdẹ̀ríjà. Peace yẹn náà la máa fi gbà lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjẹwà yìí. Gbóhùn sókè jàre Trump.
And I will wield that power very aggressively.
I will wield that power very aggressively. Aggressively lèmi máa fi sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi ò ń ṣe àwọn platform tó kù. Àwọn tó bá lè sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi àwọn tẹ́mi ò bá gbé nílùú yìí tó bá yẹ pé irú outside ìlú yìí ni mò ń gbé. Èyí tí màá sọ nínú ìlú yìí tí màá sọ láti ta ìlú ìgan wa ní kó lọ gbé mi wá. Mo tún sọ̀rọ̀ sọ ni. Torí pé mò ń gbé níbí báyìí ni gbogbo tí mo ṣe ń sọ èmi náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ sọ ni tẹ́bí bá ń gbé lamẹ́ríkà tí mo jẹ́ mídíà tó ń gbé lamẹ́ríkà bá ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation UK máa gbọ́rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́. So I wonder some of our media that are scared ní láti wá sí UK tó bá yẹ pé UK ò ní favour yín èmi wà ní UK mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí àwọn kan wà dáhùn ni wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ sọ ká làǹbáàsì gbogbo wọn dànù ká làǹbáàsì wọn. Gba orí kò ní pa gbogbo wa ẹ fẹ́ gba freedom wọ́n máa mú báyìí nínú ilé àwọn globalists àwọn evil people wọ́n bọ̀ wá mú báyìí nínú ilé ẹ báyìí ká dìde.
Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and
national security gangan ni problem wa. The reason why there's terrorists in Nigeria is because the security gangan ló mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. We all know that. I don't want to waste too much time because the time of the show, we have to train out.
There are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless
agency that has been weaponized. Is that not the same thing happening in Nigeria? How can the military say they can't fight Boko Haram? It's because Boko Haram is the military. So we want to expect the military to function. How? What pa Lagbaja? Let's even agree that Lagbaja wants to work. Let's just put it as he wants to work. Because if he doesn't want to work, they're not going to kill him. If he dance to their tune, Lagbaja will still be alive. Oh, okay, Lagbaja ò ṣe kú before Tinubu kó dé. Why didn't he die before Tinubu? Kí ló dé tí kò ṣe kú? Why tó jẹ́ pé gbà tí Tinubu dé ni Lagbaja kú? I don't understand. Yoruba people, gbogbo wa ń ṣòṣì bí ẹran, à ń ṣòṣì. Òṣì ni gbogbo wa ń ṣe torí àìtí ready. Tá bá ready ni, à dismantle gbogbo structure yẹn lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Àìtí ready. Ẹ má máa sọ fún pàtí ready. Kí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ máa sọ fún pàtí ready, àìtí ready. Mo ti sọ fún olóyè, jókòó sí Germany. Okay, máa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí TikTok. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́ ètò bá máa sọ. Máa bọ̀ ńlé, ilé lówó ló ń bọ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wá létí ready.
Bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives.
Bureaucrat, iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ní pé to make sure that things, because I don't have time. I gotta go.
Or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to.
The judges do not care. Ṣé bóun la rí nísìn? Ojú ń dùn ẹ̀ ò gbọ́ pé Afẹ́ Babalọ́lá, according to the Gazette, torí kò ń ṣe mi mo sọ nísìn, pé ó gbé owó lọ bá àwọn judges kan ní Plateau State, 30 million lọ fún àwọn judges there. That's about $220,000. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ is according to the Gazette newspaper. Gbogbo ìran rẹ̀ ti kà sókè máa sọ pé Koiki ló sọ. Afẹ́ Babalọ́lá kan náà. Corrupt judges. A ní ká dismantle the whole thing, ká dislodge. No. Àwọn olùsì tó bá ti pẹ̀ election nísìn, ẹni tó fẹ́ gba gàrí, gbogbo wọn á tútù gbàgbéra. Ṣáwọn yẹn náà ní kíní.
In warrant applications, so many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong. At least they must have.
So many judges have seen application that is wrong in Nigeria, but yet they let it pass through. Wọ́n ní Nnamdi Kanu kì í ṣe lè lọ gbéyàn wá. Let me just let this go.
They're lied to.
They're lied to.
To expose the hoaxes and abuses of power.
You must expose the abuses of power. Anywhere that there's an abuse of power, you will expose it. No matter whether it's a Yoruba man. But if we have to expose Tinubu, we expose him. He's not the only corrupt man that is in Nigeria. There are thousands and thousands of them from different parts of Nigeria. Oh, am I expose Tinubu or Mawani?
That have been tearing our country apart. We will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption.
Censorship and corruption. Censorship ni pé into of eje keri or censor. Ma je kori.
And there are plenty of them.
And there are plenty of them.
We will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and
government that are creating fake news. Don't listen to Koiki, now fake news. But to add on TVC, I'm sure you all saw my post. It came on my comment and says Nigeria will not break. I'm sure some of you saw the post. If you didn't see the post, that means, follow me that because I posted it across all my platforms. Because mo fẹ́ kó ní record me. It came on my post. Ó wá sábẹ́ post mi. Ìyẹn bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń ṣe journalist hangout. Ẹni tó anchor. Ó sọ fún mi pé Nigeria ò ní break. That is a challenge for me. Ó wá challenge mi nìyẹn pé kájọ máa wò. Ó máa break ò ní break kájọ máa wò. I'll leave it like that.
And to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee.
I'll leave it like that because of our time. It's 1 hour already. Thank you so much. Let's go and prepare where we will come on later. But Niwalo Koikimedia. So if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it from other platform. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. We'll come back on the Instagram, but I gotta shut everything down now because I want that broadcast to be a fresh broadcast, and I'm already 20 minutes behind. Thank you so much. Have a very good morning. Bye for now.